Guys, I'm here today to talk to you about Live and Local, creating this brand that is this local company that offers a curated list of live music events in Lubbock. So, Live and Local is a Lubbock, Texas based website. Curates a current list of live music experiences each day. So there's a weekly list for this live music. You can see anything that's going on each day of the week. The mission of this brand is to simplify the search for local live music experiences to residents and to city visitors by connecting them to local music artists, as well as facilitating the growth of the local music scene in Lubbock. So this exists because I've worked in the food and beverage industry for the past 10 years. I've repeatedly encountered people that are asking me where to find live music, where they should go for a fun time, for something different to do. This has occurred among visitors and residents, and there's currently not something that exists to meet this demand for all this information in one place. So this brand seeks to incite excitement from its users and to make people feel informed that this is a trustworthy source of local information, as well as to make them feel connected to the live music community, that is to music artists and to other live music lovers. So the platforms that will be used for this brand are the website, which will be the home-based and obviously optimized for mobile. This is where that live music event list happens. There's a weekly list and then a monthly event calendar. So you'll also see a featured events portion on the homepage, the artist spotlights under artist links, and then live streams to really show people what they're missing out on, what these events look like, how they can get more connected and get the feel for this kind of thing. Secondarily will be social media platforms, that is Facebook and Instagram, which our target audience are the highest users of. And then email newsletter, which will be a weekly newsletter to show people a little bit more exclusive insight into what's going on each week. Building that brand recognition and getting people more excited and engaged. So the target audience here are Generation X and Millennials. These groups have the highest levels of disposable income. This means they're willing to spend more traveling, going out, and getting in on those in-person experiences. So we're focusing a little bit on the emotional connection to that person-to-person experience, that live music experience. They're the most common email users, which means that weekly newsletter will be beneficial, pretty focused for these two groups. And then they're two of the three most common social media users, the third being Gen Z. So we're also focusing those efforts in social media, that is Facebook and Instagram. A couple of examples here. You'll see on the left, Olivia is our millennial. She considers herself a big influencer among her friends. She's really excited to tag herself and tag her friends in those events and showing people what's going on, those fun, cool things in her life. And then Mark is our Gen X. He's mainly a family man. He has a couple of kids that are out of the house. He's married, and he's really focused on building those memories with family and friends. So some more insight into the content for Live and Local. We'll start with the About Us. This will be sourced through a YouTube video, which you'll find on the About Us section of our website. This also offers the ability to make a lot of reusable content that could be great for introducing the brand on social media and bringing people into the newsletter, making us more familiar, making people more comfortable with associating us with the live music scene in Lubbock. Secondly, we'll look at that live music list. This is the main source of information. It's on the homepage, that daily list of live music events. And then there's also the monthly calendar, which exists on the calendar tab. This also comes with an event submission form, which offers people, music artists and community members, to be a little bit more involved and engaged by submitting events that may have been missed internally. And this leads us to our event highlight, which is also listed on the homepage. This is building excitement around the brand and around the live music scene. And this is also more heavily used in social media to bring people ways to more easily share these kinds of events, and then in the email newsletter to kind of get that like specialized insight to make it a little bit more exclusive, but also to bring people back to the website. Similarly, the artist spotlight is used in this way more heavily on social media. This allows users to connect with music artists more closely and more directly by following them, sharing their content, getting into those artists' music pages, and then again with the email newsletter, this offers a little bit more exclusive insight and brings people back to the website. And then finally, we'll look at ads. We'll be offering paid ad spaces on the website, as well as sponsored posts and sponsored listings. And then looking forward, there's the potential to do sponsored events, which would really build out the brand and connect it more intimately with that music scene. I'll go ahead and show you some examples of what this brand looks like digitally. You get a better feel for its voice design. So here's an example of the homepage. You'll see on the left, on that desktop version, that live music listing is scrollable. The tabs on the top right. The bottom right, you'll see those links to the social media accounts. And then for the mobile, it's been altered to make it more scrollable, easy to move through, click through those links, and then that hamburger on the top right will offer the drop-down menu for those links for more information. Here again, similar, you'll see that spotlight on the home or on the artist tab. Kind of see those colors coming through, that main theme of that comforting yellow and gray, which I think fits the music scene, kind of makes you think of venues or artist posters. Here's an example of the email newsletter. Here you'll kind of see those images to bring attention, but just the snippets of information. This could be something more exclusive that isn't necessarily seen on social media, or you might have to dig a little bit more for other places. But ultimately, here you'll see that call to action, that get the full list there is what we want. And then finally, some examples of social media posts. On the left, the Instagram story, which ideally would be overlaid with a music track from this artist. So you've got the link to the website, a little bit of information so that you could, be interested in finding out more. And then the link to the artists themselves so you can follow and find their music page. And then on the right, an example of a Facebook post, same kind of example. This offers a room for a little bit more information, but similarly tagging those artists, venues, etc. Really hoping to increase the following, continued following and engagement here. So looking forward, really think that using the email newsletter and social media accounts will be the best way to measure engagement from this audience, as far as comments, likes, shares, and then click-throughs from the email. So finally, this brand really seeks to be a trusted source of local information and promote the growth of the music scene in Lubbock. Thanks for listening.